birthday, Carolyn. Always celebrating her birthday here this weekend, Labor Day weekend at Calistoga Speedway. Congratulations to Sam Hafer-Team Jr., your winner of World Outlaws action at Skagit Speedway tonight. Steve Kinzer was second, and California's Tim Kading a third place finish tonight up at Skagit Speedway. So good for Tim. And we are ready. Steven, who are you picking? Mike Spencer. There you go. I'm going with Mike Spencer. 30 laps.
you went out and you waxed that race. Talk about your race car.
Oh, well, you know, got to put in a good race car this year. You know, we were struggling with the car all night, but, you know, brake issues. I can push as hard as I can, and there just aren't any brakes. So, you know, we actually left the car the same from the start to the finish. We weren't very good. It was very difficult to drive from the beginning, and, you know, we just kind of left it alone, and, you know, Jimmy May said it'd be all right. They told me not to run the bottom, and I kind of had a feeling after the heat races that this thing had plenty of driver on the bottom, even though it was going black slick. And you know, ultimately that's where I caught Sheridan through traffic. I could run the bottom down there. It was so much finesse around the top. You know, big old cushion. You know, not like, you know, Calistoga that I've seen in my whole life. So,
totally different racetrack tonight.
Yeah,
new track surface, and it just completely different. I think surprised everybody.
Yeah, it took a lot of, you know, effort out of the body, and so, you know, I just started laying back, waiting for him. He started getting tired and messing up here in 1 and 2, and waited till we got to lap traffic. I knew that, you know, if I was a little slower than he was, it was probably going to pay off in the end. You know, they had said don't run the bottom, but I knew down here I could almost come to a stop getting into 3 and still had a better run off of 4 and gain momentum on them, just because you had to be so easy right around the top, otherwise you were going to turn it over. So, you know, I just went where I had to go. You know, Jimmy Jones back home told me go where they're not, and you know, if it wasn't for, you know, somebody like him teaching me you know, the ropes to this deal, and you know, this Bobworth motor here tonight, I don't know if it's blowing up, it's got oil leaking all over it, but I've never had a motor run as good as that. I mean, you know, a Mopar, you know, with restrictors in it, because it's so explosive. So, you know, obviously Bobworth's got his program figured out, and these Ford guys, you know, Jimmy May, crew chief, you know, he definitely. He told me that we were fast after the heat race, and all that mattered was we were fast. He didn't care how hard it was to drive. That was my, you know, that was my deal to worry about. So, you know, I manned up, and I could barely hang on to the steering wheel the last few laps. It was getting quite evil, especially having to roll the top. But you know, obviously we hung on and got these guys an overdue victory.
Great job, your main event winner, night number 1, the Louie Vermeil Classic, the Madman Robert Ballou.